Welcome back to the channel. This is Chris Vallone, Classic VW Bugs, where we restore the vintage Volkswagen Beetle back to its historical beauty. Hey guys, Happy New Year, January 2022. I know it's been a while, but I hope everyone's doing well and everyone's happy, healthy, and safe. And yeah, kicking the year off to a bang. And you know, guys, I like to come around every year in January and kind of do a video about the Beetle market and where the classic car market is. Because you know it's just a kickoff, and you know we have the big auctions that come around in Scottsdale in January, so it's always a good indicator to watch these auctions to see kind of where our values of our beloved Beetle and where it's going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it a good investment or not? You know, many of you are not into that sort of thing. Maybe you just want the car for fun and it's a hobby, but it is always good to have in the back of your mind that you know, this is an investment. You're throwing money into this thing. So down the line, could I sell it if I had to and make some money? Or at least get my money back, something like that. You know, you don't want to throw money into something and then lose it. So I'm here to just do a quick video here and show you what is going on. Now, COVID, I think, has put a big punch into the classic car market as a whole. And I think it's amazing what we're seeing. I mean, some muscle cars are doing just six figures that were never doing this kind of money. And the Beetle is no exception. And Volkswagens in general are no exception. The buses, the Carmen Gias now, I mean, you can't find a Project Gia anymore. I mean, geez, around 10 grand or more. I mean, it just, they need help. And the Beetle, you're seeing that as well. So I'm just going to go through a few websites that I have here in tabs, and I want to show you what's going on and a few articles you guys might want to see. So this is an article that came to me recently by Hagerty. Now this is an older article from August 2021, but they're stating in this article that in the past 5 years, Beetles up to 67 have seen, in some respects, like an 85% jump. And I can attest to that because I've seen it where it's like almost double what some of these cars are going for than what they would have went for even just you know, a few years ago. So in today's day, you know, they're saying Gen Xers, like guys my age, anywhere between 1965 or late 60s generation, you know, up until say 1980, these people that are in their 40s and their 50s are the prime buyers for Volkswagens these days. The boomers are actually, you know, the percentage of the boomers buying Beetles is still pretty high, but not as high as a Gen Xer, which is interesting because what that's going to say to us is that the Beetle has some life and it has a good future. So that's really, really good. This is a great article. If you can find this, I'm going to have a link in the description below the video where you guys can get this article, but it is on Hagerty, basically 46 to 79 Beetle values and where they have gone. So you might want to just breeze this article real quick and just kind of get a general idea of where the market is going. Now, I quoted Hagerty had an article sometime last year or 2020 stating that the Beetle jumped, you know, 30 to 35% within the last year or so. And I think that's pretty accurate. So really, truly remarkable what we're seeing. So, and then another article that I came across was on Bloomberg. Now, I've been talking to you guys about BringATrailer for the past few months, and BringATrailer has now outsold the live auction houses in 2021. 829 million in cars in 2021. They are kicking butt. So I know there's the excitement with the live auctions and such, going to Barrett-Jackson, Scottsdale, going to Gooding and Company, the Mecum auctions, all the rah-rah, the lights, the glitz, the cameras, you know, the cars gleaming across the auction block when they come up on the block. But I think COVID has, you know, boosted BringATrailer to such a point now where they are like, could somebody say the top dog in the game right now? I do get BringATrailer newsletters every day of new cars and new Beetles that go up on auction. And I got friends that just frequent this site all the time. And they're always seeing just amazing cars crossing the blocks, and there's some heavy hitters on there, and they're spending some good money. So Bring a Trailer, guys, is doing remarkably well. And I would have to say even for Volkswagen. So I'm going to show you a few examples in the past few weeks, what has happened on Bring a Trailer. So I have this set up already. Now, here is a list of cars that I'm going to show you. I mean, it's a little bit of a roller coaster, but in the last few weeks, there's something really crazy going on. And here's a 74 23-mile Volkswagen Super Beetle. And, orange, black interior, does have a sunroof, so that is a bonus. This sold for $26,000 just recently on the 19th of January. Now, it's $26,000 before the buyer has to pay the fee. So there is a fee on top. Plus, then you have to ship the car. Then you got to, register it, pay tax. So, this person is most likely going to be over the, in the car over 30 grand. And this is 74 Super Beetle, orange and black interior. Now, they do claim 23,000 original miles. Okay. But, just a few years ago, this is maybe under 10 grand, maybe low to mid teens. So it is a clean car. It's got some of that patina look to it. It's got a lot of originality look to it. But my gosh, to see, cars doing these kind of numbers, especially Super Beetles, is truly amazing. Now, there was another one that came up. This 48-year owned. It's a 71 Super Beetle. Again, a baby blue, that diamond blue, whatever they offered those years. Black interior, 28,500. I mean, look, I love all Beetles. Don't get me wrong, but 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you could have bought this Beetle. I don't know, $7,500. Under 10 grand, 8 grand. They're so common, the blue and the black. And this is a clean car. Don't get me wrong. It's been refurbished. It's had new paint on it. But that's just it's just a very generic Beetle. And they're great. Don't get me wrong. But to see this kind of money for a Super Beetle, a 71 Super Beetle, is truly remarkable. So what fuels this? I don't know. There could be one, it could be 2 guys, 3 guys bidding on this thing. But this thing shot up pretty quickly. And he's got a lot of documentation and stuff. I mean, the undercarriage looks okay. It's not, to the point where it's such show quality, but nice clean engine. Showing the VINs at least, and I'll show you some of them on VIN tags shortly. Looks like he's showing some service records here. Yep. So, well, and the thing about Bring a Trailer too is that we've heard that they have like an 85% sale through rate on their cars that go up on auction. And that's because they do some vetting before you put your car up on there. You can't just pay a fee like eBay and just launch your car on Bring a Trailer. They're going to actually do some vetting on your car, some history, and see what cars are selling for in what you have. They don't want to put something up that's not going to sell. So they have a really good process there. And this site also weeds out a lot of the tire kickers and a lot of the people that, will come through and not pay. Like hit and run guys that you see a lot on eBay. So they've got a good policy here, and they got a good system here to rule those people out. So you got to be serious when you're on this website. So, but going back to the price, $28,500 for a 71 Super Beetle, just truly, truly amazing. Let's go back. Now, you see some others here. 78's convertible, only $12,500. Then we have here a 65. That also sold this month in January for $37,000. Now, This car is a great example about the market. This sold on BringATrailer, I think 2 or 3 years ago, same car, and went for around 21,000 2 or 3 years ago. Now it's at it went for 37. Now here's the kicker here on this one. Very clean car, very nice restoration. Paint looks very nice. The rims look beautiful. It's got all the right features. It's got all the right lines on it. Interior is not stock, but it is a very nice looking interior. Looks period. What throws me a curveball is that the seats really don't match the door panels that you see here. Usually like this darker material on the seats would have matched, the inner panel here on the door panel. But as we move along here, the one thing that's a real kicker that I found on this, and the undercarriage is beautiful. I mean, this is a museum-esque looking undercarriage, very similar to what we do here at my shop. We're trying to make art on wheels. I know we make them better than what they looked, buying them new. Sometimes we get criticized for that, but people want to go the extra mile and make them look beautiful. But the one thing that was a big kicker for me on this car, if I can find the picture, is was a stunner for me, and it was blatant. It was in the pictures, and nobody really seemed to care. So let's go to the trunk shot here. Let me keep going here. It's got to be coming up. See, very clean on the inside. This was a very nice restoration. This is what we want to see as a buyer. It's great that BringATrailer. I mean, you can add so many pictures and videos, and this site generates such a following now that when people are looking to list on this site, they know they have to add these pictures and video. You can't just throw it up on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and throw 5 pictures up and call it a day. You have to come with your game plan. So you definitely want to do this, because then you're going to get socked if you don't. Now, I'm trying to find the one shot to show you guys. It's in the trunk. Oh my God, so many pictures. But look at that undercarriage. This is what people want to see these days to get a good selling car. Okay, so here it is. Here's the kicker. Can anybody tell me what's missing here? Yeah, your VIN tag. There's 2 little holes here. Now, to me, the VIN tag is so crucial. Certain states require these tags, and you need to register your vehicle, right? So some states are okay. They don't look at this stuff. I know New York will not come and really look at this, but some states do. And this is crucial for me, because that tells you if the body is then matching the chassis VIN numbers. Many times these cars were just, swapped in the past. So the fact that this is missing the VIN tag and the car still went for 37,000, truly remarkable. So I know there's purists out there. I consider myself, fairly a purist. I want body and chassis to match. I will deviate a little bit from interior. I want to enhance the interior, enhance the colors of these cars, make them look real good. I just think for the most part, people just want a really good looking bug. And in the end, it just comes down to, I just want a good looking bug. The tag's missing. Well, whatever. It's okay. The car looks great. That's what they care about. And to me, I don't know if I'll go as far as getting a car without a tag. Really tough to make that decision. I mean, unless the car is like really rare. But so that I thought was interesting. So 65 going for 37,000. And again, once the fees are in place, the taxes, the shipping, you're over 40 grand. So, but as we go down the line quickly, you see 62, then ragtop going for only 15. 58 sunroof goes for 24. 66 sea blue Beetle, beautiful Beetle. I love that color. And again, that wasn't the greatest of undercarriages. It was just more of an undercoated undercarriage, 25,000. Now I want to show you one that we actually picked up for a client. If I can find it. It was a 62 rag top. Let me just try to. Here we go. 62 ragtop. We bought this last September for a client and as part of my Find a Bug program. Her criteria was a turquoise beetle. And we were searching for a month or so, trying to find a turquoise beetle. I even put a post on Facebook trying to find this car for her. And sure enough, it came down to she found this on BringATrailer, and she was set on it. And so we bid on it and we won at $34,250. $34,250. Now, I thought this car was going to probably slam down at 25 grand. It's a very nice restoration. It was very clean underneath, very nicely put together. It was on the front cover of Hemming's book, the auto book, so which was really cool. It had some accolades to it. It has awards, had a ton of trophies and plaques and stuff. So very clean car, very bug, very, bubblegum look, and it just screams bug and screams the history of the Beetle. We got this car in, and part of my Find a Bug program is that we ship the car to our shop, put it up on the lift, give it a once over, make sure everything checks out. Because too many times, guys, you're gonna buy stuff sight unseen through the internet, and you're not gonna, once you get the car, there's gonna be things you're gonna find that you didn't see in pictures. So sure enough, this car did need work, guys. It needed, mechanical work. It needed electrical work. The headliner was not the greatest when it was installed. You could even see that in the picture. So my client opted to change the headliner. So we did that for her. And it was a few months that we had the car. By the time we got parts in and started working on the car in between our other projects that we're working on, the car was here for a few months. And she did put in some more money. A good amount of money just to get the car up to speed. So keep that in mind. A lot of times these cars, they look beautiful online, and people work very hard to sell their vehicles. But do understand, when you get it shipped into your home, there could be some work that needs to be done. So no matter what price you spend. So but yeah, guys, I mean, this is what's happening in the market with the Volkswagen Beetle. Things are really crazy right now, and they're going up. Is it a bubble? I don't know. They're hitting some numbers that people just don't see, haven't seen before. If you have not frequent BringATrailer, you're hiding under a rock. And I think there's a lot of guys online that haven't known about BringATrailer for quite some time now, and they seem to be putting a trend on the market for the Volkswagen. So you got to get up to speed with this. If you keep looking at stuff on the Somber or Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, something like that, even eBay. I got some eBay stuff here, and you see here even like a 66 clean car that I've seen. This is a dealer asking $32,500 for this, but then you'll come down to a 69 Beetle convertible. Guy's asking $7,500. He's got a starting bid of $2,000. Nobody's bid yet, but it just went up. But this is more of a project, this car. So a 68 and later Beetle, you're probably going to be, for projects. It's very hard to find them anymore, or what people are asking, $2,500, $1,000, $1,500. It's tough to find those these days as projects. Everyone's at least, 5, 7, 10 grand for a 68 and later car. 67 and earlier, the projects. Here's a 67 and earlier car, a 67 car right here. Guy's asking $12,500, and this car needs paint. So, yeah, numbers are pretty wacky. They're all over the place, but it's tough to find them now. I'm not saying you can't find them, but if you do find something around $22,000, $2,300, the car's going to need some work. So just be prepared for that. But yeah, so you got a lot of people in the market that are trying to find stuff for an affordable price. And I hate to say that, maybe the Beetle's coming out of the, I don't know, the hobbyist price is the smaller guy, the little guy. It's getting tougher and tougher to find something that's numbers matching, has the correct paperwork, the tag, and a project that's in solid condition, for $2,500 anymore, $3,000. So, all right, so that's eBay. There's that 67. There's that 69 project. Again, car, this is going to need paint. Running boards look a little buckled there. So he wants 7,500 bucks, and this is a project, guys, and it's a 69 convertible. So here's that 66 for 32.5. Again, this is a dealer. It's a very clean car. But again, gosh, you didn't see these kind of numbers for for these cars. So, and of course, Scottsdale is this weekend. Barrett-Jackson starts this weekend and is going till next week, the 30th of January. Here's a 66 Beetle, 68, 69, 72. A lot of Volkswagens crossing the auction block on Barrett-Jackson. They seem to have the most crossing the block. Mecum was last week. You can go to their website and see what crossed the block. A lot of buses are crossing the block on Barrett. So definitely take a look at this, guys. But, you know, this will dictate what the market's going to bring this year. Now, you know, again, I talked about the bubble. Is it a bubble? I don't know. Now, the things that I've noticed is if economy gets bad, inflation is rising right now, and things start to take a dip, I only see classic cars and Volkswagens doing better. People pull their money out of the stock market and things like that, and they start throwing them into classic cars and Volkswagens. From what I've seen, I started my business 15 years ago, more than 15 years ago, at the time of the crash, the big recession that we had, 07, 08. And I took off from there. And I got to tell you, my 2021 year, I just did my books, closed out my year, ready to do my taxes. And my 2021 year was probably the best year I've ever had. So it's doing really well, guys. The hobbies is alive and well, and it looks like it still has a bright future. So anyways, I know this video is a little long-winded. I haven't done a video in a while. I want to get you guys up to speed in the market and what's going on in the Volkswagen world. I'm going to have links in the description below this video where you can find some of these articles. Here's another article too. Luxury London, looking for a more rewarding alternative investment, restore a classic car. So I'll have this article as well, along with the BringATrailer article, talking about how they're just kicking ass right now. And then the Beetle values. I'll have these links there for you, and you guys get to see for yourself. It's not just me talking hot air. It's really happening. So, all right, guys, I hope you like this video. I know it was a little long-winded. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you know, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, guys, I hope you're having a great year. I hope everything's looking good. And I'll see you around.